Ohayo. Welcome to So Japanese, a podcast about all things Japan from a
Japanese
and foreign perspective. We are your hosts. My name is John.
My name is Ryusuke.
Thank you for joining us today.
Arigato.
I guess before we start with today's episode,
Mm-hmm.
just some housekeeping. The street level Japanese segment has turned into a full podcast, only available to our Patreon members. So if you liked the first 4 street level Japanese standalone podcasts are on wherever you find podcasts. I'm sure a lot of you have already listened to those, and thank you. And if you want more, if you like what you heard and you think it's helpful, go on over to our Patreon, subscribe. $3 a month for the audio, $5 a month for the video. A month you'll get 2 episodes. So yeah, if you're not really into it, you can just support us anyway. Thank you. But if you don't want to, it's all good. You can listen to So Japanese. We're still gonna post episodes every Thursday.
And then someone who already subscribed, thank you so much for
thank you.
Subscribe and support, and
We appreciate
it's
it
gonna
so
be
much.
Good information in either video or just audio as well. So
I think so. I think if before living there, this would be a good podcast to listen to for sure. Helpful.
So and the $5 or $3 is US. So just to make sure, if you're not living in US, then it might be a little
Not
bit
yen.
Not yen. Not yen. So
all right. So today's episode is a full episode of Omoroi news.
Omoro.
So we haven't done a Omoroi news segment for a while. We use that segment to introduce funny and or interesting Omoroi
news.
Just to share to our listeners. So today we figured we'd do a full one. So Ryusuke and I were just gonna take turns telling each other some interesting and or funny news stories we found recently. And I hope
obviously,
you guys enjoy
Japanese news.
Obviously. All right, so I'll start. My first bit of news is so recently, I mean, conbini culture, huge in Japan, right? 24/7, they're everywhere. Good food, cheap, anything you need, you can find them there, right? Including bars nowadays. So there's 5 in Kyoto, none in Tokyo yet.
Hold on. So bars in conbini and store.
So right now, only Family Mart.
Okay.
Soon Lawson's as well. So you go into the convenience store, bing bong, whatever the music is for that particular brand. You can do your shopping. But in the back, there's a door. And I forgot the chain of the bars, but it's a chain of bars. But now they are also in convenience stores. So in the back of the convenience store, either an open walkway door is a real bar. Like real bar, real
so it's
bartender.
Like what's the code? That sneak peek?
Speakeasy.
Speakeasy.
It's kind of like that, but it's not like
I know. It's
hidden. It's just there, right? So convenience store, inside there's a bar. Real bartender. The bartender is like, tie, bow tie, vest.
It's no like green and white and
no,
blue.
It's not like a
Irashasu?
exactly. It's not. You don't get like the convenience store vibe. It's a
Vibes.
real bar,
Okay.
but most of them have like a window, like at the bar, so you can see the store.
So the window is actually behind all the juice and stuff on it, so you can see through the customer picking
It's
up.
not that cool. I wish it was like that
It's
cool, like
actually
that
fun.
hidden, right?
Yeah.
But you could still watch people do their shopping.
Okay.
So the point of the bar is that you can do your food shopping, or if you want snacks, you can buy the snacks from the convenience store and bring it into the bar to have with your drink.
Oh.
And also like just say you want to buy some nuts or some cheese or some like dried fish, whatever. The bartender will plate it for you too if you want.
But then you have to pay extra? Or
Maybe, but I don't think so. I think it's just because you bought it from the convenience store. They're together.
Okay, yeah.
And like Family Mart, right now they have 5 in Kyoto. They have a special like Fami chicken whiskey. Like a whiskey that is purposely used to be paired with your Fami chicken.
Oh, I see. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my
and it's like
goodness.
right now I think they have like deals like 2 drinks for 1,000 yen or like you buy a Fami chicky and then you get like the whiskey that's supposed to pair with it.
Wow.
So it's kind of like a
wow. So food and drink pairing.
Yeah. And they will also like they have top shelf alcohols too. It's not like just cheap shit. They have like good stuff. And the bartender will also recommend like, okay, so what are you feeling like to eat from the convenience store? Oh, I want a nikuma and I want some cheese, whatever. And he'll recommend alcohols to like pair with any of the food that is at the convenience store. That's so Japanese, right?
Cool.
But it's not open 24 hours, unfortunately.
Of course.
So
well, I mean, don't open 24 hours.
4 to midnight.
Yeah,
and
makes sense.
Right now there's closed like 2 days of the week, like maybe a Monday, Tuesday, or something like that.
Interesting,
but very interesting. On a side note, because we're talking about Fami chicken, by the way, my favorite convenience store chicken. So Lawson's is gonna want to do it too.
Yes,
and they're gonna have like special like karage kun paired whiskey as well.
So the Lawson's still the idea from?
No, because it's that chain of bars that are partnering with these convenience stores. I forgot what the bar is called, but
wow.
Yeah. So I guess every convenience store will have its own thing with the bar. But anyway, there's this new steamed bun in Family Mart. It's like a pancakey type of steamed bun.
Okay.
Made with fermented butter from Hokkaido. And also inside it's like a maple syrup or syrup type of.
Yeah.
But people online, it's kind of being a trend right now. They cut it in half and they put Fami chicken inside the sandwich. So it's like a steamed sweet pancake. So it's like waffle and fried chicken, right? It looks so good though. It looks so good.
Okay.
So it's like a hot cake steamed bun. I think that's what they're called.
Wow.
I've never seen that.
No.
But if I was in Japan right now, I'd definitely get it.
Yeah.
I love like the sweet and savory breakfast.
Yeah. I mean, like here in Canada, we eat pancake with bacon. For me, it was kind of like, what?
Weird. Yeah.
And then like they pour maple syrup on bacon
and sausage, on the meat.
Yes, like savory meat, and then it's actually good.
Yeah. So I think that's the same vibe, right? I want to try that though.
Yeah, I want to try. Wow.
All right. So yeah, that's interesting, right? That's super Japanese. But I think it's a really touristy type of thing to do. You get to people watch. You get to watch people buy their shit. Yeah, fun.
Definitely, fun.
All right, your turn.
What I found, the first one is, we have the popular snack called caramucho.
Okay.
Which is the spicy potato chips.
Okay.
Like a little bit spicier than normal.
Okay.
And it's been this name for like, I'll say like over 30 years since when I was a kid.
Okay.
It's very popular as a spicy chips. And then recently they start selling the bath bomb caramucho.
Like bath bomb.
Yes.
Okay.
So spicy bath bomb.
It's burning people?
So so they start selling like the end of last year. And then everybody think it's spicy and it's gonna get like, some people think, oh, it might be a good thing because or the chili has good like capsaicin or whatever.
Maybe good for the health
or even like good for the skin. But obviously, like bunch of people said, like, is that gonna be okay?
Yeah,
like it's not gonna burn your like
it's irritating. Yeah, for sure.
Your
private
sensitive private part.
Yeah.
So then under this article, this guy tried it. It wasn't really spicy.
Okay.
At the end.
Okay.
It was more like a fragrance from like how to say, like kankitsuke, like orange or lemon or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Citrus.
it wasn't citrus. Yeah. And yeah, so you can inside the bomb there's some like toy.
Okay.
It's so Japanese.
Yeah.
So obviously, like
you
put
collect them all.
Yeah, you put it in the bath.
Yeah.
Then like it's gonna coming up after you use all. I mean, like they melted it out. Yeah. So that was my news.
I feel like Japan really does like gimmicky snacks or
they
gimmicky,
always
like,
skip some like extra stuff.
Remember when? Well, yeah. If we're talking about extra stuff, we're talking about like magazines in Japan. Always there's like free things.
Yeah.
I love buying magazines in Japan. But I feel like remember when we were talking about snacks, and Japan, they invest a lot of money in R&D, and like every year they have like thousands of new snacks because they're always trying different things, different partnerships. I feel like Japan does that a lot. No.
Yeah.
Right?
Or like most of like I don't know, like books, magazine, and like you say, it's always get some like extra shit.
Yeah,
and then
always.
So many people buy because of that.
Yeah.
It's not because of like
the magazine.
Yeah,
exactly.
So for sure, so many people will buy it because of they want to like it.
What kind of toy is it? Is it like a potato chip toy?
It says
just like anyway.
Yeah, like a keychain.
Okay.
Or like the secret mascot, they say. So like some
and they love mascots too in Japan.
Kalamucho has the character like a old lady.
Okay.
She I think she get fire from the mouth.
Okay.
Something like that. So you might get that mascot. Small toy or something. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. My next piece of news, which is I think it's a positive thing to me that Japan is trending towards. So there was a survey released in December that said a record number of Japanese nationals are now living as permanent residents abroad. So a record number of Japanese nationals, about 500,000, 557,000 Japanese nationals were permanent residents overseas. So this figure steadily increasing in the past 2 decades and nearly doubling from 285,000 in 2002. So more and more people now have PR in other countries, Japanese people.
Yeah.
So we always talk about that, right? Japanese people, I think it's one of the countries with the lowest percentage of people that have passports. And we always talk about how we think Japanese people should travel, you know, like they're shy with their English, but I feel like it's like a cultural thing that they're always shy, but you can try, you know, and travel, but they're afraid they can't communicate. But this is showing that Japanese people are living abroad, right? It's a good thing, right? Like you.
Especially, like my age and maybe younger, it's getting more and more.
Right? So in total, there's about 1.3 million Japanese people living abroad, long-term residents and permanent residents.
Okay.
So I guess they group them in different categories.
Oh, okay.
But it's the overall number is actually down because of long-term residents. I think a lot of them came back to Japan because of COVID. But I think long-term residents may be like citizenship holders, but then you wouldn't be a Japanese national. I don't know what they consider that. Maybe they consider long-term like 10 plus years.
Okay, but then they should be like PR or something. I was thinking like PR and long term. I was thinking like long term is like a 3 years or something.
Or maybe 3
for work. Then they stay there for like long enough. And then PR.
I don't know what the number is.
Yeah.
But PR to me is like a long-term thing anyway. If you have PR. Anyway, so more than half of the Japanese nationals, so 50%, more than 50% are permanent residents. Where do you think?
Australia.
North America.
Wow.
So U.S. is number one with 220,000 permanent residents. And then Australia and then Canada.
Wow.
So more than 50% of the people that are living abroad, Japanese people living abroad, are in North America. And then Western Europe, 16%. Oceania, 13%. South America, 11%. And Asia, 7%. So the foreign ministry said in the survey that of the 500,000 Japanese nationals now living as permanent residents abroad, about 62% of them were women.
Okay.
So I think this, I think it was Japan Times article interviewed some women that are permanent residents abroad. And these women said that they preferred living abroad outside of Japan because the work-life balance,
of course,
so what you always say, is better.
Yeah.
They prefer the more direct communication style. I mean, it depends, right? Some Japanese people enjoy the indirect, or they're used to it, right?
Of course, yeah.
But some people, maybe like more me. Like you, exactly, like to be more direct.
Yeah.
And in Japan, it's so cultural to not be. It's kind of hard, right? So certain type of people prefer living abroad, right?
Yeah.
And as a female, she said that she thought in Japan, society placed too much of a burden on women to perform child rearing duties. And she described it as unfriendly to women, like, you know, the culture of needing to be a housewife and a mom, right?
Yeah.
Good sign.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Good
and
sign.
because like recently, two of my friends, one moved to New York from Japan.
Yes.
And then one moved to Thai from Japan.
Okay.
And then they both kind of like trying to set the life there.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
They got some visa, right? And then like they're trying to get like more like permanent to stay. But because I was like earlier, I came here like 21 the first time, and it honestly, as a Japanese, sometimes you feel you don't like you feel like I don't want to be here all the time.
Okay.
As a Japanese in Japan, because like for women, for female for sure, but even for guys, because like then there's an age or there's something else, right? There's always something. So yeah, it makes sense to become like that.
It's funny that we do a podcast about Japan because we both really like Japan, but we both think you shouldn't live there.
Yeah. Love and hate.
Right?
It's all
right?
together.
It's always
I
like
mean,
that, right?
Obviously, I love Japan, but
same.
You don't know what we feel, right?
Well,
like no one knows what you guys feel. So it's like, yes, I'm Japanese. Maybe that's why I don't feel like enjoying in Japan, because it's too much to do things. They're expecting too much. Everybody else is expecting you too much.
Some Westerners like the culture and the structure of Japan too, right? And they choose to be permanent residents in Japan. They like the indirect communication. Who knows, right? But yeah.
I totally understand this happen.
Yeah. And I think it's a good thing.
A good
right?
thing.
Hopefully more and more people will see it and be like, oh, I'm going to give it a try too, right?
Yeah.
At least try. I feel like Japan is an island too, and they're so insular that like, I feel like, like again, the Japanese people that I met living there, like people that I would call like family now, they all have lived abroad.
Yeah.
At some part of their life. So I could we had a better understanding. I couldn't say that for any of the like Japanese people that never left Japan. I couldn't like get a deeper connection with them.
Yeah. Because there's something like missing each other, right?
Exactly.
Like
exactly.
you can't connect something.
Exactly. Or maybe they thought I was too like rude, but like the people that have spent time abroad, they can see, oh no, Westerners are just like
It's
that.
just like
yeah.
I'm actually comfortable with it.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right.
Cool. All right, my turn. Okay. Have you been kaiten sushi? Like the belt conveyor sushi?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's my first sushi experience in Japan was conveyor belt sushi. Yeah.
And so how do you feel as a foreigner? You get there first. You see all the food as on the belt conveyor.
Yeah.
And move right in front of you. And then there's so many like cutlery, and then like sometimes they have soy and everything, right?
Yeah.
You never feel anything like, oh, this might be dangerous or something?
I know the story you're talking about. I never thought about it being like unsanitary because I know Japan is super clean, right? And if I remember, I think like even back then, like the conveyor belt sushi, there was always like a cover over or like some like lid. But maybe back then some places were just open,
then,
right? It was
when
just
I was
open,
kid,
right?
there's no.
Right.
I remember there was none. Yeah.
So I think you're gonna be talking about deki tero.
Yeah.
That's what they're calling it now.
Yeah.
Deki is saliva.
Yeah.
And tero is
daiki tero.
Tero. So daiki is saliva. Tero is terrorism.
Yes.
So you're talking about like the videos that recently came out on TikTok or whatever, right? Of these kids.
Yeah.
So apparently the first video, because there's many videos now.
What do you mean? Because like
other people doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Today I saw a video, and it wasn't at a conveyor belt sushi. I think it was just like at a izakaya or something, and they were doing some like stupid shit, like pouring the beer behind them.
Oh,
right, like just like doing like stupid, childish things, right?
Yeah.
So the first clip that Ryusuke is referring to was at a sushiro, in Gifu.
Yep.
The guy licks the top of the soy sauce bottle.
Yeah.
And
he licks the side plate they have on the table.
And he licked like a teacup, the teacups too, right?
Yeah.
And then he touched a piece of sushi that was going by with his like saliva.
Yeah.
And apparently the sushiro is like gonna charge, like trying to sue this guy.
I mean, Sushiro decided to, I mean, no even sue. They go to the police. So now it's an incident.
Okay, now it's like a criminal thing,
Exactly. Yeah.
Did they catch him or whatever?
So what I know is he's a high school student.
Okay.
So basically, like he's just a kid doing like stupid thing.
Shit. Yeah.
Obviously, it's not right to do. And recently, he basically dropped out the school.
Okay.
And now because Sushiro decided to go police to make it like
to charge.
So now who was taking the video, it's also
okay.
And then other friend as well.
Yeah, I think there's like 3 people.
Yeah. And there was so many like talk behind this story. Now, like some people say, like, oh, he's still high school student. He shouldn't, like,
shouldn't ruin his life.
Yeah, and something like that. But I don't know. Maybe like you need to learn anyway. To me, yes, you're a kid, but like if you don't understand this is the line, then you cross the fucking line.
Yeah.
Sometimes you fucking need to pay for it.
Yeah, I think there's other videos of at different conveyor belt sushi places as well. So how Sushiro is solving this problem is that now they're putting all like the side plates, the soy sauce bottles, the cups, whatever, in like in a location.
Yeah. So
right?
you go there and then pick it up.
So to ensure that everything is disinfected, watched over, right? So they're applying this to all their locations nationwide. And then there was also Hama Sushi, so another chain of conveyor belt sushis. There was a video of a customer applying wasabi to sushi that was traveling on the belt.
Oh.
So he was putting, right? So now Hama Sushi, they now don't have any sushi just rotating.
On the belt. Yeah.
You can still order.
The
sushi will just come directly to your table and it's covered.
Yeah. No
right?
more belt.
I think a lot of sushi places have both, right?
Normally they
the
have
rotating
both,
one and then
you
the
can
one that
still
comes
order.
To,
and then I normally just order. I don't.
Normally me too.
Yeah.
Because some of the stuff looks like, and if I want it, I'll just order it fresh.
Exactly. Anyway, right?
Like some of the stuff sometimes it's just like, it's been a few rounds.
Yeah,
I know that piece.
Yeah.
So Hama Sushi. And then they're also filing charges to that person who made the video. Kura Sushi, another conveyor belt chain.
Yeah.
They're now installing microchips.
Okay.
In the plates of sushi.
Okay.
So the computer chips will tell them whether it has moved a bit, like someone has tampered with it, right?
Holy technology.
Exactly. So now they all have to
make some
changes, right?
Yeah. And what I heard, like Sushiro, the stock price was dropping like crazy amount. And now, because sushi restaurant eventually now normally it's crazy busy because it's cheap, then like it's very like family friendly, even like for young people, for any type of people.
We talked about it on an episode, right?
Yes.
About sushi. Yeah. And like they have like gachapon.
Exactly.
Right? Like every 5 plates.
I think Kura Sushi has one.
Every 5 plates activates a game and then you might win and you get like a toy or whatever. So very family friendly.
Yeah. But now, so because of all these problems, every single sushi restaurant is really like no people. No one wants to go and eat because of the, Japanese people, once they think, oh, we shouldn't go, it's disgusting, they stop. And it's happening now. No, like, because what I read the article, this person said like, okay, we should go support the Sushiro. So he went or she went and it says there's no one.
Wow.
And what this person was telling us was like, imagine, yes, this young guy did something and you want to protect him. That's true. But imagine how many people work at the sushi restaurant. Some people have school, like university student, they work part-time, but now they basically lost the job. How many people gonna affect this problem? It's gonna be like tons. They might gonna fucking bankrupt.
Because of a few stupid kids.
Exactly.
Crazy.
So with that case, I mean, like, first of all, we need to know that SNS and any internet, even us, this is fucking strong, almost weapon sometimes.
Social media, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So either you can ended up your life easily, right? So if you wanna do TikTok or even podcast and everything, you need to make sure that.
What do you think it would what would happen if it happened here? Like they have buffets over here, and there's a TikTok video of the stupid kids like spitting in like on the
for
food
sure
in the buffet table.
Then this restaurant gonna sue them like crazy amount of money. Also, they're gonna go to police.
Do you think customers will stop going like how they do in Japan? Or
Canada, maybe yes, because it's kind of similar mindset sometimes.
Okay.
Like they like going whenever people go.
Okay.
You know, they lineups,
trendy.
trendies. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Like,
but it feels like all these sushi places now are like, okay, they're cleaning it up. Maybe it should already have been like that.
No,
you
that's
know,
what
like
that's
trusted,
what people. No,
you
that's
trusted
what people
customers
said.
too much anyway.
It was always happening.
Yeah, but
because
now it's on TikTok.
Exactly.
Just because,
there
right?
was.
But I'm sure dumb kids do stupid shit all the time.
Of course. Yeah.
But now it's out. So I think it's a good thing, man. The sushi restaurants now have to be more sanitary.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, people love sushi. People love conveyor belt. They'll come back 100%.
Yeah, it's gonna maybe like a month.
Exactly,
they need a month.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, next news story.
All right.
So we talked about in a prior podcast cannabis in Japan. And in the podcast we talked about how consuming marijuana is actually legal in Japan because they have this law protecting farmers of hemp that during the process or the growing of hemp or cannabis, you might get high yourself. So therefore, to protect the farmers, under law, it's actually not illegal to consume. It's illegal to have, it's illegal to sell, but if you take it, it's not. It's changing now. So Japan is planning to legalize medical marijuana.
That's a lot.
So they're planning to legalize medical marijuana to treat patients with like untreatable diseases, I guess. So they're gonna
cancer and stuff.
They're gonna revise the cannabis control law, so it will legalize that for, patients.
Yeah.
But they're also revising it where if now to consume it is criminalized now.
Okay.
So now it's illegal to criminalize. So I guess they're changing it where farmers are okay, but everyone else not okay. So they're legalizing, but criminalizing. Legalizing for medical marijuana purposes, but criminalizing for the recreational user.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Japan,
of course,
really considers marijuana as like a gateway drug, right? And they think that the government thinks that it's become a societal problem amongst young people.
Okay.
Young people are consuming marijuana too much. So actually the government now is going to maybe crack down on marijuana usage.
Okay.
So it's so Japanese to me. Like, yeah, it's a good thing we're legalizing, but wait.
There's always another thing to stop anyway. And then like how we can do it then.
But it's a step, legalizing marijuana. I feel like legalizing medical marijuana is like most countries' first step into full legalization, right? Maybe through legalizing medical marijuana, you realize the effects aren't actually that bad, actually safer than alcohol, and then blah, blah, blah. But I wouldn't bet on it that Japan will totally legalize marijuana. Maybe decriminalize later, but yeah. It's again, maybe trending in the right direction.
Everybody said depends on US. When US legalize more, Japan needs to.
Oh, interesting.
That's what
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Maybe I would imagine going to like Japan and being able to go to a dispensary. Imagine how a Japanese dispensary would look.
Yeah, it's
you know, it'd be like it's super interesting,
right.
The packaging of all the weed would be super nice.
I know. It's
yeah,
kind
imagine.
of. I can't imagine that.
You can't even imagine that, right?
Yeah,
it'd be super clean. It would be like maybe it'd be feel more like a pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and they're gonna make some room to smoke.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
And
like a smoking room, right?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, in the streets of Tokyo, there's like tobacco smoking like booths, and then there's like cannabis smoking booths. If only, right? All right.
Okay. Me next.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like maybe not every single company.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which company, but so some company, they decide if you go smoke cigarette and you're not allowed to come back in 45 minutes.
Because of the stink?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So like office workers or...
Office worker.
Mostly? Are they talking about office workers or everyone?
I think it's office worker. Yeah. It just only said that some company.
Mm-hmm.
But because I don't smoke cigarette right now, obviously the cigarette smell is way stronger than any other.
Exactly.
You know,
when you quit smoking, you realize how bad it smells.
Yes.
And like you realize, shit, people have been smelling this on me all this time, right? And it is like it's almost nauseating. It makes you feel sick, right?
Yeah.
I mean, same with me right now. Walking behind someone that smokes, like it smells like shit. I can understand this, but I think in Japan, like it's popular. What's that thing that?
Yes, IQOS.
IQOS.
Yeah,
it's still burning, but it's supposed to be less smelling.
Way less smell.
And I think that's why it got so popular in Japan, because a lot of salarymen didn't want to come back smelling like shit. Right? You look good, you're in a suit, but you smell like shit, right? And at a meeting. Maybe you're going to have a business meeting with people that don't smoke or your office mates.
That's right.
And especially in Japan, offices, it's like an open concept. Everyone, there's no like cubicles or different rooms. Like everyone's together. I can understand that. You know, it is like, but so what? You don't work for 45 minutes? What's going on?
So basically that means like
you can't go.
Don't go fucking.
You can go maybe on your lunchtime when you're coming back an hour anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because... Yeah, like we even have the tobacco episode, do we?
Yeah.
So like in Japan, it's really cigarette culture.
Yes.
Like still so like many people.
Still like cigarette vending machines.
Yes.
Right? Like
and
smoking huge culture.
Cheaper than any other country, I guess.
First world country for sure. For sure.
And you can tell everybody's smoking on the smoking booths now. A lot. And then if you go conbini, you see like so much cigarette. To do this
is a big step.
It's a big step. And for some,
I think we mentioned it before, but offices, I remember back then when I was working in Japan, in the fire escape like stairwell, you can take the elevator, you can take the stairwell, right?
Yeah.
But it's like on the side of the building.
Yeah.
They would just go over there to smoke.
Yeah.
And the whole office building, every office building I went into smells like cigarettes. It's like, it smells like the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I always joke with my wife that England is stuck in the 70s.
Why?
Like if you think about like the houses, the decor, right? How the country, how it looks, it feels like 70s.
Yeah.
And then we always joke that in Japan, it's like they're stuck in the 80s.
80s. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Everything like, but because that's when like things got rebuilt, right?
And then like
the economic boom, everything, right?
Most good time,
prosperous time of Japan, right?
For Japan, and then all those old people now, they don't wanna get out from that.
Like if you close your eyes and you go into a Japanese office building, I'm picturing like the walls are slightly yellow because of the cigarettes,
like
right?
my parents' cafe.
100%, right? That's so like Japanese though. Like it's just that's the vibe. It smells like that. But we mentioned in our last episode about izakaya that
There's still
changing. You can still smoke at some places, but most places they don't allow smoking indoors.
No, right? And no outside.
Not just openly outside.
Yeah.
Only designated areas outside, especially in like the big cities. But like smaller cities, I'm sure it doesn't matter. You can still smoke.
Yeah. Right? You need to check on the street, and then there's a sign.
Actually, Himeji, small city. Coming out of the station right away on the main street, there was a cigarette booth. So.
And I think now, even though there's no sign, sometimes they already kind of like, I need to find the smoking booth.
Yeah, it's become normalized now. Yeah,
and Japanese loves all those, rule.
Everybody's
like gonna follow rules.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, next story. So Japan's opening back up. I think we read recently that like they're going to officially like downgrade the status of COVID-19 to just like almost the same as a seasonal flu. I think they're going to treat it something like that. So the country's opening back up. Protocols are loosening. So the Japanese government is to once again allow loud cheering and full attendance at concerts and sports events. So
they haven't done that yet.
not yet. I think it's going to happen soon.
Gosh.
So in 2020, the first summer of the pandemic, an amusement park called Fuji Q Highland.
Fuji Q.
They made like a video telling their customers, their guests, that if you go on a roller coaster or any rides,
now you can
don't scream. It says, please scream inside your heart. Don't scream out loud in order to prevent the spread of the coronavirus.
It doesn't work that way.
Right?
It doesn't work that way.
So it was like a little like kind of funny video, right? But it was kind of serious, right? Because the Japanese government actually banned you allowing your concert goers or if you're in a venue and the guests to yell out loud.
Okay.
Cheered loudly.
Okay.
So one of the professional soccer teams was fined 20 million yen by league administrators because they failed to sufficiently discourage loud cheering by their fans at the stadium. So I guess they didn't have enough signs. They didn't tell people.
Yeah. Or they didn't have security. They didn't stop it.
Anyway, you had to wear masks. You have to wear masks, right? But if you want to allow loud cheering, you can only have half capacity.
Okay.
So half of the attendance. But if you want full attendance, no loud cheering.
Okay.
But now they're going to allow.
I saw some YouTube video about like a concert live, like a music live.
Okay.
Of course, customer can like yell or shout. Everybody has the pen light.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
The light, how to say, like a light thing?
Like a flashlight,
flashlight,
or glow stick. So instead of yelling, use a glow stick.
Exactly. Well, it's different, man.
I feel like this story is like so Japanese. Like only in Japan would they think that they can control that.
And then they actually do.
Yeah, right. They got fined, right?
Yeah.
But imagine that's so like
it never mean mandatory.
No. Well, they discourage it. I mean, they know people can't help it.
Yeah.
But the venue must try to tell people not to. Either way, you're in a mask.
Yeah.
So
still,
they're opening up the country, loosening protocols, but still, if you go to a concert or like a big get together, you still need to wear masks. But now you can soon. I think they're gonna allow cheering at full attendance.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's a good thing. Honestly, we can't stuck here,
right?
Yeah, we need to do something, and then now, honestly, after what 2 years?
Yeah, almost. I think so.
Yeah, so it's become normal, right? Yeah, so that makes sense. We should do that. Japan should definitely do that, and then just open up everything.
People will still wear masks, though. People always wear masks.
I know.
Anyway,
I know.
Do you have another story?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this story, I think we talked about last time Omoroi news. Did we talk about the monkey?
Yeah, like there was monkeys on the loose in these neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to catch them because they were like breaking into houses and attacking people. And then one of the people that were sent to like hunt the monkeys tranquilized like a citizen instead of the monkey or something. Yeah.
So like the last one, like you said, someone got shot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the hunter, they thought the person was monkey. Remember? It was.
I didn't know like Japan had so many monkeys, but I hate monkeys.
I mean, I don't really see monkeys in Japan. I mean, only certain spot we have monkeys, but I guess you're in Thai.
They're coming from the mountains, I think.
Yeah.
And like terrorizing.
And when you're in Thai,
yeah,
there's monkeys.
There's monkeys.
Yeah.
There's a few like temples that are like monkey temples, and
so
just
they're the
monkeys
god.
there.
Yeah.
And like they terrorize you, man. Like you go, they take anything. They're evil. They're scary.
Yeah.
They're just like having sex around you. They're super fast, and like I'm scared of them. You know that they can like rip off your face.
Yeah.
What's weird for me is that people that are like brave enough to have monkeys as pets.
Okay.
Because like you always hear the stories that one day the monkey just snaps, and
like every time, almost.
I think it's like a thing where like if you have a monkey at a certain age, you should like either, I don't know, give it to a zoo or whatever. That I think at a certain age, maybe like when they're ready to make babies, maybe, or they're adults.
Yeah.
Right, they get aggressive. You're right, but like, monkey owners.
Yeah,
that's scary.
Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's not about monkey. It's about hunter. So this hunter was trying to catch peasant.
Like a bird, a type of bird,
yes.
right? Yeah.
Pheasant. Yeah, the beautiful bird.
Yeah.
Somehow, he shot the school bus.
Okay.
There was 24 high school student plus driver in there. Fortunately, there was no one was hurt.
Okay.
It went through the window, through another window.
Oh my god.
But
why are you hunting for pheasant where like school buses are?
Right. And then he thought that was the bird. So, and I thought he was like old hunter.
Okay.
But he's still 52.
Okay.
So he's not even old.
He's going to be in trouble?
I mean, he should.
Yeah.
Again.
But it's like with a real gun, like gun.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know Japan has like
because you're hunter.
You get a license?
Yes, they can get the license because sometimes you have to control the
population.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then on that time you can go in and hunt.
Okay.
And then most
seasonal
of the hunter
too, right?
exactly. Yeah. Anyway, most of the hunter they eat. They're trying to use everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess he trying to get the pheasant.
What color are school buses in Japan? I think it's just like
it's
like a.
It depends.
There's no. Is it like the
it's
yellow school bus like in North
definitely
America?
no yellow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
White or maybe gray or so. I don't know.
I think only North America has the yellow school bus.
Yes, and it's cool.
Yeah, you like. Yeah,
I like it. When I see it
so
first
Americana,
time,
right?
yeah, I'm like, yes, I'm going Japan.
School bus and like lockers in school.
Yeah,
it's like so American
two.
to you, right?
Those two. Yeah. Anyway, So.
Anything else that?
No, that's all.
All right. Let us know if I'm done. I don't have any more stories, but let us know if you enjoyed this Omoroi news episode.
Hi.
If you do, let us know, and we'll do more of them. I kind of want to make it like a once a month thing.
Yeah,
just to like keep up with the news, right?
Like
at least, right?
News now in Japan.
Right?
Yeah.
So like we'll never like I think choose like super depressing or
Mhm.
like sad news that you might hear
No.
on like the mass
no,
media.
No, more.
But yeah, just like easygoing.
And sometimes like
Mhm.
the sushi one is kind of like big
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Japan.
Any
but
trendy news.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think we should have that right once a month,
yeah,
you know, just
that's
to keep
good.
up with news. It's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Yeah, everybody
Um,
can keep up too.
mhm.
So
So if you made it this far, thank you so much.
arigato.
Please follow, subscribe
Mhm.
on our social media.
And join.
Join
Yeah.
Discord.
Yeah.
Join our Patreon membership.
Yes, please.
If you don't want to join, at least give us 5 stars on Spotify or Apple. Leave us a review. Apparently it helps. Share the podcast to other people.
Mhm.
We would really, really, really appreciate it.
Hi.
Yep. That's it, right?
That's it.
Okay. Arigato.
Arigato.
Mata ne.
Mata ne. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.